we learn about time management. So in time management, we have 5 parts. The first one is the personal goal setting. The second one is the prioritization. The third one, managing interruptions. The fourth one, beating procrastination. The last one is scheduling. So, personal goal setting. Step number 1, setting lifetime goals. First is the career, financial, education, family, artistic, attitude, physical, pleasure, public service. From the career, you have to know what level do you want to reach in your career, or what do you want to achieve. In the financial, you have to know how much do you want to earn by what stage. How is this related to your career goals? Education, is there any knowledge you want to acquire in particular? What information and skills will you need to have in order to achieve other goals? About family, do you want to be a parent? If so, how are you going to be a good parent? How do you want to be seen by a partner or by members of your extended families? About artistic, do you want to achieve any artistic goals? About attitude, is any part of your mindset holding you back? Is there any part of the way that you behave that upsets you? If so, set a goal to improve your behavior or find a solution to the problem. About physical, are there any athletic goals that you want to achieve and you want good health deep into old age? What steps are you going to achieve this? Pleasure, how do you want to enjoy yourself? You should ensure some of your life is for you. And public service, do you want to make the world a better place? And how? If so, how? Personal goal setting. Step number 2, you have to set smaller goals. Once you have set your lifetime goals, set a 5-year plan of smaller goals that you need to complete if you are to reach your lifetime plan. Then you create a 1-year plan, 6-month plan, and a 1-month plan of progressively smaller goals that you should reach to achieve your lifetime goals. Each of these should be based on the previous plans. Then you have to create a daily to-do list of things that you should do today to work towards your lifetime goals. Prioritization. This is a diagram of the prioritization. Urgent, important matrix. From low to high is on the y-axis of importance. And x-axis is the urgency from low to high. So, first one, you have to analyze the distractions, the important goals, the interruptions, and the critical activities. So, urgently important, you actually think times of urgently and important activities. Ones that you could not foresee and others that you have left the last minute. You can avoid the later by planning ahead and avoiding procrastinations. Issues and crashes, on the other hand, cannot always be foreseen and avoided. Here, the best approach is to leave some time in your schedule to handle unexpected issues and unplanned important activities. And if a major crisis arises, some other activity may have to be rescheduled. If this happens, identify which of you urgent importance activities could have been foreseen and think about how you could schedule similar activities ahead of time, so they do not become urgent. Urgent and not important. Urgent but not important activities are things that stop you achieving your goals and preventing you from completing your work. Ask yourself whether these tasks can be rescheduled or whether someone else could do them. A common source of such interruptions is from other people in your office. Sometimes it's appropriate to say no to people or encourage them to solve the problems themselves. Alternatively, try allocating time when you are available so that people only interrupt you at certain times. A good way of doing this is to schedule a regular meeting so that all issues can be dealt with at the same time. By doing this, you will be able to concentrate on your important activities for longer periods of time. Not urgent, but important. These are the activities that help you achieve your personal and professional goals. And completing important work, make sure that you have plenty of time to do these things properly, so that they do not become urgent. And remember to leave enough time in your schedule to deal with unforeseen problems. This will maximize your chances of keeping on schedule, and you avoid the stress of work becoming more urgent than necessary. Not urgent and not important. These activities are just a distraction and should be avoided if possible. Some can simply be ignored. Others are activities that other people may want you to do, but they do not contribute to your own desired outcomes. Again, say no politely and firmly if you can. If people see you are clear about your objectives and boundaries, they will often not ask you to do non-important activities in the future. Managing interruption. You keep uninterrupted logs. Like this one, person, day and time descriptions of interruption. Valid, urgent? Managing interruptions. You put your phone to work for you. Use your voicemail to screen calls or have an assistant deal with messages for you. You plan telephone time into your schedules and so become a normal part of your working day. Available and unavailable time. Let people know when you are available and when you are not. Make sure that people know that during your unavailable time, they should only interrupt you if they have to. Invitation only time. You schedule regular check-in times for individuals you talk to most often. Uncontrollable interruptions. You quickly set parameters by saying something like, I only have 5 minutes to talk about this right now, and stick to it. You encourage the interrupters to get right to the point, and a solution cannot be reached before the allotted time runs out. Set a time back to them, and again stick to it. Beating procrastination. Step number 1. You recognize that you are procrastinating. You're filling your day with low priority tasks on your to-do list. You're reading emails several times without starting work on them or deciding what you are going to do with them. You're sitting down to start a high priority task and almost immediately going off to make a cup of coffee. You're leaving an item on your to-do list for a long time, even though you know it's important. Regularly saying yes to important tasks that others ask you to do, and filling your time with this instead of getting on with important tasks already on your list. Waiting for the right mood or the right time to tackle the important task at hand. Step 2. Work out why you are procrastinating. You have to find a particular job unpleasant, disorganized, feel overwhelmed by the task. Perfectionists have underdeveloped decision-making skills. Step number 3. You adopt anti-procrastination strategies. You motivate yourself. You make up your own rewards. You ask someone else to check up on you. Identify the unpleasant consequences of not doing the task. Work out the cost of your time to your employer. You get organized. Keep a to-do list. Use an urgent, important matrix. Become a master of scheduling and project planning. Set yourself time-bound goals. Focus on one task at a time. Step number 3. Adopt anti-procrastination strategies. You tend to find it overwhelming? Break the project into a set of smaller, more manageable tasks. Start with some quick, small tasks if you can. Unpleasant tasks. If you are trying, hold the unpleasant consequences of not doing the work in front of your mind. Reward yourself for doing the task. Scheduling. First, you have to identify the time you have available. Block in the essential tasks you must carry out to succeed in your job. Schedule in high priority urgent tasks and vital housekeeping activities. Block in appropriate contingency time to handle unpredictable interruptions. In the time that remains, schedule activities that address your priorities and personal goals. Thank you, class. Goodbye.